So starting where we always start, finding asana, which means a comfortable seat, an easy seat. Clear the flesh, get your sitting bones even on top of a cushion or the floor or your block. Take a couple of rounds of shoulder circles, just finding where the places are where tension might have found its way into your body. And as you're moving your body in this tender way, also notice your breath happening. And then just let the shoulder blades melt down your back. Find a little more dignity in your seat, a little more height, lift, length. Hands are loose and relaxed on your legs. Start to let breath find its way more deeply into your body and just be an observer. Just notice where breath moves. Our only job right here is just to observe breath coming in and breath moving out. That's all. No task, no to-do list, just observing breath. Take a little scan through your body and see if there's any place where there is discomfort, dis-ease, pain, or soreness, and send some tenderness there. Send some ease, some light, some breath to those places. With a commitment to yourself, to honor your body, to listen to your body, to care for and heal these places. Each breath a little deeper than the breath before. Let's begin this practice with the mudra, one of the mudras of Kali Durga, the goddess. So this is the goddess of destruction, but destruction of what is not us. We might think of a layer or some title or strain that we carry that we just want to free ourselves of. It can be that simple. So let's just take our right hand, and our right hand just comes right up by our shoulder. And this is just a symbol of fearlessness, like this protection. It's almost like a little shield of just fearlessness. And the left hand is the opposite. It's like, imagine dripping honey off the tips of your fingers. And it's a gesture of like giving away. And so with fearlessness and protection, I am willing to release what is not me. And as you take a couple of breaths, maybe you'll identify something that you're wearing, like this layer that doesn't feel completely authentic or true or real, or even maybe it just doesn't fit anymore. And if nothing comes in the place of those suggestions, perhaps it's just this breath. I let this breath go. I sit with no fear and protection, and I just let this breath go. I allow this moment of time to pass without any restraint. I just let it go. So releasing the hands, let's come around to a tabletop position. And let's take a sideways motion today. So the knees are going to come a little bit closer together, starting by just dipping your hips to the left and to the right. Just finding a little something through the outer hip. And then from neutral, just look over one shoulder toward that side of the hip and then go the other way, creating a little C shape or a sideways bend through the spine. As we come back to neutral, let's lift the right leg up in the air. And we'll take that leg across the body and let's turn now to look back at that foot. You can let your right shoulder draw forward, breathing into what you find there in the right side of your body. And return to center. Switching sides, left leg extends, cross over, and then just turn toward your back foot. And finding our way back to center. Let's widen the knees just a little bit, bring the hands forward, and starting to move through a flowing child's pose. So as we inhale, gently let the hips lower. Exhale, shifting back to child's. Finding your own perfect rhythm of movement with breath. Pausing when you like to pause, moving when you like to move. Inviting a sigh if one wants to escape. And the next time you find child's pose, I invite you to just widen the knees a bit more. Settle into your favorite version of child's pose. Meaning you can bring your arms down closer to your body. You can place something under your head or your hips. Let's take 3 full breaths in child's pose. Each breath in and of itself is a letting go. And lifting up again, let's tuck our toes. We'll find our way into downward facing dog, pedaling through the heels. Taking a look through the back of your body. As one heel drops, maybe lift those toes. Explore the feet, the calves, the hamstrings. All the way up to your fingertips. Let's all come together onto our tippy toes, way up as high as you can get on those toes, and then a giant exhale as you settle both heels toward the earth. A little softness in the knees. Find stillness in downward facing dog. Slowly, slowly walk feet to hands. Let each step be like its own little yoga pose. Pausing with each step along the way to feel, to find. And then draping the body over the legs. Let's touch our fingers to elbows, ragdoll. And this can be still or movement, your choice. Each exhale is on its own a letting go. Pressing hands to shins, lifting halfway. Softening the knees, let's sweep the arms up. Take a giant breath in to extended mountain. Feet are about hips distance apart, friends. Let's interlace our fingers and reach toward the ceiling. Noticing if you take on any strain through the shoulders in order to have the arms close, can you maybe find a little more softness there? And then let's move left to right. Your breath matches movement in your exact perfect pace just for you. Side bodies brighten, lengthen, and breathe. And then let's release our hands, open the arms wide, palms up, shoulders back. Just take a moment in this receptive posture. Let your heart gently press toward the front of your body. Take a deep breath. Greeting a new day. Bring your hands in front of your heart, gently bowing to yourself and this experience. Let's move through some sun salutations. If you have a variation that you love, please feel free to peel off and go your own way. I'll guide you through sun A. Rise up, deep breath in. Bow down, exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, downward facing dog. Shifting into plank pose, knees or toes. Core stays strong, elbows turn as we lower. And let's come to the floor, lifting up into either cobra, or if you prefer up dog, lift to the tops of your feet. Gorgeous. Exhale, down dog. Take 3 deep breaths. When you're ready, let your feet come to your hands, lifting halfway, a big sigh as the exhale happens. Rising up, maybe a little back bend, and hands to heart. Amazing, everyone. Let's go again. Slow flow, movement with breath. Lifting halfway, step back, and take a vinyasa on your knees or your toes. Always your choice. We're here to heal, not harm. So let your body guide the choices. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Feel what's happening here with each pass through downward facing dog. Slowly walking feet to hands. Let's lift halfway and exhale, forward fold. Rising high, extended mountain, little back bend if you like, and then hands to heart. Good. Let your thumbs touch your sternum, and we're going to reach our left toes back. Just the left toes, very, very tip of the big toe on the floor. Pressing thumbs to sternum, lift up here. Find a little bit of an arc in your body. Chin slightly lifted, heart pulling forward, back body strong. You can stay right here if this feels strong and powerful to you. If you'd like a little bit more, interlace fingers, pointer fingers up, and find a little length here through the arms. So we're bringing into our poses today a subtle assertiveness. Bring your hands back to heart center, palms touch, feet meet. Shake it off just a little bit and then switch sides, right toes back. Really strong and pointed through that back leg, sternum lifts, little back bend. Either stay here or extend the arms. So when we call in Kali energy, she can show up aggressive and destructive, or she can show up assertive and powerful in her femininity. And that's what I'd like us to find today, is this feminine goddess-like strength, assertive, strong, powerful, but not aggressive and angry. Let's come back, hands to heart, feet meet. So if you start to grit your teeth, you've kind of crossed that line. Let's reach the arms high. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. We'll keep our right foot where it is. Let's dump the left foot back and drop our left knee to the ground. So we'll have just several opportunities, just like what we just did, to find that subtle difference. So starting right here, just kind of choose, is this the staying place? Or would you like to explore a little bit more of that kind of assertiveness and strength, pressing up to the knee? Just like before, a tiny back bend, maybe staying, trying maybe hands to heart, and if all of that is inviting, coming up. Embodying strength, a soft version of power that's not overbearing and aggressive. Deep breaths, everybody. And slowly release. Let's take all 10 fingertips to the floor. We'll be moving toward a twist, so if you enjoy having a hand on a block, you can have that handy. Let's tuck the back toes, lifting the knee off the ground and sweeping our right arm up into twist. So let's try a couple of things here. Let's make this pose a little more assertive. So fingertips lifting a little higher, coming up a little more onto the back toes, the back hamstring lifting, a little more buoyant, but not forceful and aggressive. Let's release that right hand, and then both arms slowly rise all the way up to high lunge. Interlace the fingers, reach, and see about that same kind of back bend here. Powerful, stable, and soft. Slowly releasing fingertips to the floor. Let's bring the back foot to meet the front foot. And we'll pause here for a few breaths in Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend and straighten, shift your weight side to side. Noticing the difference between left and right. When you feel ready, step the right foot back. Let's drop the knee. So same thing. Staying right here or pressing up. And just listening to your body to guide you to the place where you'll stay for several breaths. Anywhere along this path. Breathing in this energy of a mama bear, protective, strong, resilient, but also motivated by love, motivated by protection and doing what's right. You embody that here. Releasing, tucking our back toes under, lifting the knee, and we'll move into our twist. So if you'd like a block under your right hand, go ahead and grab that, and then sweeping left arm up into twist. And then we're just going to plug this Twist in like it has electricity. Fingers lift a little higher, come way up on those back toes. Spin the heart open, not in a forceful way, but in a way that just feels like inner light and personal power. Deep, slow breaths, everybody. Let's lower the left fingers. We'll stay on those toes while we slowly rise up. Interlace and lengthen. Looking around inside of your body for places that feel maybe sharp or painful, and let's protect ourselves, right? Let's stay out of those sharp places. One more deep breath in, friends, and release. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Your choice if you want to stay there or flow through one or two vinyasa. And let's meet in downward facing dog, and we will raise the right leg up high. Circle your ankle, wiggle your toes. And then shifting the body forward as far as you can, knee to chin, finding the foot at the top of the mat. We'll drop the back heel and we'll rise up into warrior one. Take a moment to get both of those feet firm beneath you. And then kind of our pose of the day, interlacing the fingers. So if this hurts your shoulders, maybe make a little bit more bend in the elbows. If your shoulders give you the go ahead, lift and lengthen. Navel to spine, length and maybe space, maybe a back bend. Notice your face or your jaw. See if there's any place you can let go of tension. Good. Fingertips are going to lead forward now. So go ahead and point straight out in front of you. Come onto your back toes. We're going to start to move toward Gigi's favorite pose, eventually ending in warrior three. But for now, we're just going to find our core and lean over the front leg. Back toes stay on the floor. So find yourself in this version of warrior three with a little bit more stability. A little fierceness here, a little fire. And then dropping that heel, rise up, separate the hands, deep breath. Peel open into warrior two. Take a little wider stance. Good job, everybody. Turn the right palm. Let's reverse the warrior. And we'll move back and forth, side angle flow. Move some energy around. Move breath. The next time we come over that leg, either pausing on the thigh or fingers to the floor. Left arm has choice too, straight up or over the ear. Reach and breathe, extend, expand. Good, one more reverse warrior, straightening the front leg. See if you can feel like some kind of a door has been opened. This liberation. Wiggle your fingers. And very slowly, windmill hands to the floor, downward facing dog, your choice to stay or flow. The women that I work with in prison love this idea of Kali, of bringing in this energy of liberation. Let's raise the left leg, circle the ankle. But even in our places of confinement, we can feel liberated and free. Let's shift forward and step. Dropping the back heel, rise up into warrior one. So let's just take this side with that word liberation, right? Freedom. We'll extend through the fingers. Breathe, everyone. Reach and breathe. And then we'll lift on to the back toes. All right, arms come forward, really strong and solid in the feet, shifting with core engaged over that front leg. Just feeling strength, fierceness here, laced with love. The intention to free ourselves, to liberate. Let's drop the back heel, rising up, release the hands, and peel open warrior two. Maybe shoulders drop, a little exhale, turning the palm, flowing, reverse to side. Think of moving some of the stuck energy around inside of your body. Maybe from the inside out. These poses have just alchemy, magical qualities to just help us move what's stuck. Let's come over and hold, either resting on the thigh or reaching toward a block or the floor, choosing where the top arm lands, filling and emptying. On your next inhale, reverse warrior, straighten the front leg, open that door, unlock the gate, let everything flood in fresh and new. Let's find this moment here of freedom, expansion, liberation. And as we return that hand to the earth, let's turn our toes toward the side of the mat. So take a long stance on your mat. Inhale the arms up high. One more time, we'll interlace and lift. Feet super firm on the earth. Let's do our side to side again here. Maybe the movement is a little smaller if this creates any pain or tension in your lower back. Really, really nice, everybody. You can tell you're just moving with your breath and listening to your body. Let's return to center, opening the arms wide. Turn the palms down and bring the arms behind you. Take a deep breath across your collarbones, and on the exhale, hinging from the hips, we'll come into wide straddle, forward fold. See if you can just feel the exhale bubbling up from deep within. You are welcome to keep your arms up or take them to the floor to find stillness or movement. What does your body need here in this shape? If you haven't already, let your fingers come to the ground, turn the toes out to the sides, and let's start to shift our weight from side to side. Waking up the inner thighs, the abductors. Choosing either a very soft, shallow bend or a very deep bend. Your knees get to decide. And the next time you find the front side of your mat, go ahead and turn back into a lunge. And let's slide the back foot closer for pyramid pose. If you're using a block, bring both of your hands to the block, lengthen through the crown of your head. Really find this nice flat back. Let your right thumb press into the right hip crease. Give yourself a nice little assist here. The hip moves backwards while the head reaches forward. And on the exhale, allow yourself to fold over this right leg. Again, the exhale bubbles up from deep below. Raising again onto fingertips. Let's use our block. I'm going to use mine on the middle side to once again lift the back toes. We've kind of been here before. You can also come to the high side of your block and we'll lift our leg. Here's another version of Warrior 3, and this is a great place to stay, especially if your balance is challenging. If you'd like to go a bit further, try one hand or both on your shin or your thigh. And perhaps crawling the hands toward heart center, out to the sides or overhead. This is your version of Warrior 3. If you are wobbling, you're doing all the right things. That's the idea. To wobble and learn from our wobbling. Let's set that foot back on the floor, returning to our wide straddle and our lunging side to side. Let that be kind of a release for the standing leg. Ah, feels good. If you used a block, you'll bring it with you to the back edge of your mat, and we'll start to turn in that direction. Setting up for pyramid. Back foot comes in. I like to put my fingers on a block, kind of something to reach for. Left thumb to the left hip crease, and we'll press that hip backwards. Length and space. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, drape over your left leg. Allow breath to come from somewhere deep inside of you. Just that deep, full exhale. Let's find again our flat back using a block, moving into Warrior 3. So as we lift our back leg, kind of do a check-in. Do I want to stay here? Do I want to kind of climb the tree with my hands? Extend or reach. The two sides might be really different. When you've had enough fun, lower the foot, swing to the middle of your mat with your block. Let's keep our toes to the side and fold deeply. Let yourself exhale once again. And releasing anything that lingers from that last pose. Sometimes we bring junk with us. Let's see what we can do to not do that. Raising halfway, flat back. Let's twist here. So the left hand comes to the block right under your face. Right arm slowly spins open. Let's brighten and liven this pose. So fingertips lift, feet press, spine lengthens. Not aggressive, but assertive, confident, powerful posture. Expansive, protective, fierce. And return to center, same thing. Build slowly and softly. And when you find that edge, just plug the pose into the wall. So with this kind of energy, more is more until the point where it's not. So reaching, expanding. And returning to center. Let's come back toward the top of our mat. Both hands on the ground, step back, downward facing dog. Another look at vinyasa if you like. Shifting forward to our knees, let's lower down onto our bellies for some back strengthening poses. So I'm going to guide you through a little series here, and you get to stop anywhere you like. Let's start with locust. So in locust, our arms are at our sides, our feet and legs are together. We're going to lift the arms as high as we can and then flip the palms down. So feel that shoulder blades on the back, and we'll just gently lift the torso. This is a great pose to just work on back strength, stamina, endurance. If you'd like to go a little further, you could lift your toes. You might also reach back and interlace hands. Find that big, slow, steady breath. The back body represents our past, the strength represented by what we have come through. And release, turn one of your cheeks to the ground, wiggle out your hips. And exhale, find that release. So when you're ready, let's come back again into locust, and you can do exactly what you did last time. We can pick up where we left off. If you'd like one more option, separate your feet, bend your knees, and bring your hands to your ankles for bow pose. Deep listening to the body here. No sharp pain. Just assertive, strong, fierce, fiery energy. And let's release, turning the opposite cheek to the ground, wiggle out your hips. And then here in the center, hands come in front of us. Let's come onto our forearms for Sphinx pose. In Sphinx pose, I'd like you to just dig your elbows into your mat and draw energy backward, like you're trying to pull your belly button forward, trying to scoot on your mat. Think of length in the low back. Think of just pressing with your elbows, pulling your chin and chest forward in order to create length in your spine. A little traction. Breathe a little deeper, pull, tug. There's a little tug of war here. And release. Hands by the shoulders, slowly turn the U-turn for the spine all the way back into child's pose. Again, choosing your favorite version of this round shape. Let's sweep our legs around. Legs coming out in front of us into staff pose, Dandasana. Hands at the side, shoulders back, chest lifted. And again, a choice, either stay here or fold over your legs, Paschimottanasana. If your lower back is a little tender today, maybe halfway in between, just with a straight back. If you'd like a little bit more sensation, walk your sitting bones backward. Lengthen your head forward. Breathe. So Kali is an excavator. She doesn't just dig little holes, she digs big holes. It's her job to remove whatever isn't you. And it has been said, all she wants is your everything. She wants that for you. She wants you to have everything you were meant to have and be, and nothing that you're not. Bringing ourselves up to a seat. Let's cross the right foot over the left leg, coming into seated twist. So keeping the hips centered. I like to start here with fingertips on the back of the head, so the rib cage rotates toward the right, toward the bent knee. Go as far as you can that way, then set the hands down. And it's always interesting to notice where that back hand lands and then walk it a little further. Let a little more opening happen through your chest and shoulders. Find your breath. Steady, deep, and full. And let your rib cage return to neutral, switching sides. Sit tall, cross the left leg over. Find your stable seat and then move the rib cage. Move from the rib cage toward the right, then the hands set down. Once you notice where that back hand falls, go a little farther with it. So when you see pictures of Kali, there is always a lot of blood around her, but it's the feminine blood. Her hair is always down, symbolizing menstrual cycle, so symbolizing creativity. So as you're in this twist, just wringing out what is not you, opening yourself up to creativity, what is you, what is meant for you. Let's find our way back to center. Go ahead and lower yourself down onto your back in any way that feels good. Once you get there, let's make big circles with our knees. So holding one knee in each hand, knees come out away from each other and back into center. So just exploring the difference between right hip and left. Let's go both directions. And placing the left foot on the floor, we'll cross the right ankle, come into this figure 4, pulling the left leg in, pressing the right leg out. Assertive, but not aggressive. So some genuine effort here, but not force or pain. And then we'll set the left foot down, open the arms in a T. Let's drop our figure 4 to the left. And we'll turn our head to the right. You might exaggerate the breath here, really filling up deeper into the hips, all the way to the fingertips. And we'll come back to center and we'll simply switch sides. So drop the right, cross the left. Pulling and pushing. So if we're listening to Don Miguel Ruiz, he would say, if you're looking for something to let go of, let's start with the most damaging thing, which is our negative self-talk. Let's drop into our twist. So the old story of I'm not enough, or I'm not worthy, or I am too whatever. Maybe that's what we exhale today. A tired old story. Maybe we're just free of it for one breath and it's got deep roots and it comes back, but that's a wonderful practice. Just one breath at a time. Let it go for now. One more full, exaggerated breath. And on the exhale, the knees unwind. Start to feel your heels reaching for the corners of your mat. Arms extending, maybe palms up if that feels good. If there's something you'd like to put under you or over you for this resting time, please slowly grab that and find comfort. Find ease. Find rest. As you continue resting, I'd like to offer you a visualization. If you have identified something that feels like it is keeping you stuck or paralyzed or even just burdened, a thought pattern, an actual life experience, maybe even just this breath, I invite you to see a being in front of you. This could be Kali, and it also could be someone in your life who has loved you unconditionally, and preferably a feminine image, a motherly sort or grandmotherly sort. And this being is ready to receive anything you are willing to surrender to her. So feeling this thing that's a problem or a stickiness, you're going to blow it out of your mouth and catch it in your cupped hands like a ball of energy. You can do that in your mind, or you can actually do that with your hands. And then just extend your arms and your cupped hands as a gesture of holy offering, holding it, blessing it, and thanking it for the lessons. When you're ready, look at this being in front of you with loving eyes, loving presence, and hand over your care to her. Give thanks. And take a breath into the space in you, perhaps that has been created by letting go of something old. And just simply let breath, for now, fill that space. Let breath keep making that space bigger within you. And when you're ready, begin to move your body around this new space. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, stretching your body out long, maybe a yawn or a sigh. When you find your way back to your seat where we started, just let your hands come into a gesture of gratitude. Anything to you that feels like gratitude. It is my wish for all of us that we leave our mats today both fearless and protected, and also willing to just let go of that which is not us, that which does not serve our highest and best good, that which holds us back from our true self. I have immense gratitude for each of you that have joined today in this Zoom class, and for those of you that will join later with the recording. Go peacefully, go with love. Namaste. Hi, my friend. Thanks for taking time for yourself today. If you ever want to practice with me live over Zoom, jump over to my website, denisestruce.as.me, grab a class. They're all free or by donation, or just continue enjoying these videos here.